express our dismay over the contumelious stratagems applied by the Rivers State government, the clandestine system applied by the Rivers State government to hoodwink the society to believing that there is problem in Kola Kingdom.
The minister was.
We are surprised that the governor has not taken the call for a stakeholders meeting on Kalabari route. We are surprised the governor has not called a stakeholders meeting on Port Harcourt Ngeje, Imo State route. We are surprised the governor has not called a stakeholders meeting on a bridge to Tobia. We are surprised the stakeholders meeting is not called on a bridge to Bukuma and Bakana. The governor of Rivers State should think of developing the state, not thinking of destroying the state.
Good day, gentlemen of the press, and welcome to this press conference. It is true that with the peace initiatives of the federal government, which culminated in a peaceful agreement between NNPC, SPDC, and Belema Oil, which was initiated and supervised by the GMD NNPC, Mr. Melekolo Kyari, and the Minister of State for Petroleum, Chief Timothy Receiver, at the instance of the President Muhammadu Buhari, it was understood that the issues of OML 25 had been finally resolved. This is against the background of the fact that peace has finally returned to our communities after 7 years of struggle and over 2 years of peaceful shutdown of OML 25, the Belema field. And these peace initiatives have started seeing the daylight following the immediate deployment of portable water drilling rigs, which has commenced work, and deployment of over 660 youths and women into surveillance and patrol and related technical works in the Belema field. Just last week, after over 40 years of oil exploration and gas flaring in our communities. While our communities are celebrating these peace and developmental initiatives of the federal government, and after less than 1 month of the official reopening of OML 25, the Belema field, and the hoisting of the flags of NNPC, SPDC, and BPL, signaling a new beginning on the 10th of October 2019 by the special advisor to the President of Niger Delta, Senator Ita Inang. We were alarmed last week when we learned of a circular issued by the Rivers State government with the heading Invitation to a Stakeholders Meeting on OML 25, Kola Kingdom, in the office of the Secretary to the State Government, Rivers State. It is our view that the so-called meeting holding today, Tuesday, 29th October 2019, at the office of the Secretary to the Rivers State Government is politically motivated and a potential threat to the recent peace accord on the resolution of OML 25 dispute by the GMD of NNPC, Mr. Melekolo Kyari, and the Minister of State for Petroleum, Chief Timothy Receiver, at the instant of Mr. President. The NNPC, which is the major JV partner, and other major stakeholders of OML 25, as well as the legitimate host communities, were not consulted or invited by the Rivers State government for the meeting, which in our view is illegal and unnecessary. The action of the Rivers State government is tantamount to superimposing the interest of non-stakeholders and a docile minority over the rightful aspirations and yearnings of active majority and legitimate stakeholders of OML 25. This is akin to military junta, absolute monarchy, dictatorship, and autocracy instead of a democratic governance. It is a ploy by the Rivers State government to use OML 25 to patronize their political loyalists, associates, and cronies at the expense of the legitimate stakeholders. Issues of OML 25 are within the purview of the federal government as it falls under the exclusive list of the Nigerian Constitution. We see the action of the Rivers State government as meddlesome and inimical to the fragile peace already achieved by the federal government of Nigeria. We consider this development as a total mirage, an insult to our constitutional existence, and disregard to President Muhammadu Buhari-led federal government. It should also be noted that in spite of our cry as a people, the Rivers State governor who claimed to be concerned over our plight has never visited the area nor sent a delegation to see the level of neglect, underdevelopment and backwardness of the host communities, which produces over 45,000 barrels of crude oil and 103,000 metric cubic feet of gas per day, amounting to billions of revenue accruable to the federal account. We make bold to ask these pertinent questions. Why the vested interest of the Rivers State government on OML 25, given that the issues have been resolved and peace restored to the area? Number two, why did the Rivers State government issue letters and stern warning to all traditional rulers in the state not to attend the official reopening of the OML 25 flow station held on the 28th of September 2019, where the GMD of NNPC, Mr. Mele Kolokiari, and the Minister of State for Petroleum, Chief Timi Presiva, led a high-powered delegation from all walks of life to perform the historic ceremony. Number three, why does the Rivers State government want to impose a failed GMOU on us that has been jettisoned under the new arrangement? We state unequivocally that the meeting at the instance of the Rivers State government, having deliberately undermined the traditional rulership of the people and the gallant efforts of the federal government, is nothing but an attempt by the Rivers State government to create confusion and trigger communal war and crisis in the area and in Rivers State. OML 25 is not in Rivers State, and we advise the Rivers State government to mind its business and stop creating confusion in our affairs. Rather, they should be more interested in resolving the boundary issues with Bayelsa State. We, the OML 25 communities, are resolute and shall remain calm in the face of repeated provocations by those who have sworn that we will never develop. As far as we are concerned, our development now lies in the shoulders of NNPC GMD and our illustrious son, Mr. Ten Jankrish, whom the NNPC GMD have publicly pledged to us. Furthermore, let it be known that Mr. Igor Wele, the General Manager, External Relations of SVDC, and his collaborators have started instigating crisis where peace have much returned. We are aware of the unholy and ethnic alliance between the governor of Rivers State and Mr. Igor Wele and some self-exiled individuals from our communities and neighboring communities to truncate the nascent and fragile peace that has come to our communities, making derogatory analogy between OML 11 and OML 25. The SVDC GMOU framework and CSR model had long failed and been rejected by the legitimate host communities of OML 25, which led to the 7-year struggle and over 2 years peaceful shutdown. We will therefore not welcome these antics and intrigues of the Igor Wele of Shell and the Rivers State government, but a GMOU plus and a CSR plus. Better still, we want the JV partners of OML 25 to adopt the Belema oil model that is adjudged as unique and a world-class sustainable development tool that is geared towards community direct engagement and development and mutual wealth creation and distribution. A court of competent jurisdiction had already restrained one Mr. Ibinabo Tamomiji Ari from parading himself as the king of Belema as a matter subsists in the court. The documents are in public domain. Therefore, the unholy alliance between the Rivers State government and Ibinabo Tamomiji Ari is questionable. There have been no time in history when the 7 lineages of the King of Royal House, the owners of Belema Community and OML 25, nominated, appointed, selected, elected, or adopted Ibinabo Ari as king, leader, or otherwise of Belema Community. By the terms of the peace agreement on OML 25, Belema Oil is saddled with the responsibility of operations and maintenance, community relations and community development, surveillance and employment, and much more. As host communities, we will accept nothing short of this implementation of the terms of the peace accord. We therefore appeal to the federal government to place a caution on the governor of Rivers State to religiously obey constitutionality and follow civility in the governance of the people whom he swore an oath to protect, not to balkanize our communities and make life a living hell for us. It is worthy to note that Belema and Offoin-Ama communities, Ngeje and Offoin-Ama communities, wherein OML 25 is situated, is in Bayelsa State and not River State by the 11th administrative map of the federal government. This matter is subsisting before the Apex Court. Conclusively, we have reflected that His Excellency, when he was the Minister of State for Education, was instrumental to the ceding of OML 25 to Bayelsa State. Until that position is reversed, common sense alludes to the fact that OML 25 is in the territory of Bayelsa State and doesn't require the stay of the River State. This press statement is signed by all the leadership of OML 25. Long live OML 25 communities, host communities. Long live River State. Long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you.
On behalf of the Offoin-Ama community, in tandem with other host communities of OML 25, hereby without equivocation and equanimity, express our dismay over the contumelious stratagems applied by the River State government, the clandestine system applied by the River State government to hoodwink the society to believing that there is problem in Kula Kingdom. We are stating based on the Kantian categorical imperative that they call by the River State government to have a GMOU meeting today. They call by the River State government and their political cohorts to call for a GMOU meeting today is an act we see as felonious. It is an act of belligerence and an act of recalcitrance, which we, the host communities of OML 25, are going to resist vehemently. It is obvious that President Muhammadu Buhari, in his magnanimity, has called for a reconciliatory meeting through the Minister for State Petroleum, Chief Timipri Silva, and NNPC, NAPIMS, PANDE, and DPR, which had culminated in the evacuation of our women at the flow station. And today, we enjoy another level of development with Belema oil. We have drifted from the cacophony of struggles to a shift in paradigm. In less than 1 year, in less than 1 month, there is a plan by Belema Oil to employ over 1,000 of our youths. In less than 1 month, water rig has been deployed to our communities to provide water. In less than 1 month, there is infrastructural revampment, including our schools are undergoing proper rejuvenation. But we are surprised in the midst of all this. The River State government, who are supposed to be a source of encouragement to this level of development in our community, in the Kalabari Kingdom, in the Niger Delta, is now fanning the embers of violence in our community. We are going to resist it vehemently.
The action of the government is showing the entire world that government is trying to fund the embers of war in Kula community and Kula Kingdom. The OML 25 communities are happy with the resolution of their crisis. And today, the federal government is also happy that oil production has started. We do not know the reason behind the so-called meeting. We will advise the governor to rethink and stop that meeting forthwith. The governor is the governor of River State. What is due to do is to consult the communities in River State on how to develop them, not to cause confusion between them, not to fight them, but to take their matter to the federal government where we cannot develop. In this case, he has failed, and he vehemently sworn not to go to Kula. So what is his interest in that? He vehemently said he would not drink water from that place. So what is he going there for? I will advise him strongly to stay clear. He should realize that after humility, there is justice. The International Criminal Court of Justice is watching. The international communities are also watching. If we carry out actions that take the life of Nigerians or Kola people or Rivers people, it will face justice. We have seen presidents today who are in the International Court of Justice. They may be a lawyer, but it's not above the law. Nobody is above the law. We need peace in the region, we need peace in River State, and we need peace across the Niger Delta. And therefore, no governor has the right to take anyone's life. Your ability will only allow in a few years, few months to come. So therefore, let there be justice, let there be peace. Mr. Governor, please, in the interest of justice, stay clear from this place that has been resolved. Thank you very much.
The region of Ngeje community boycotted the stakeholders meeting of OML 25 in the office of the Secretary to the state government scheduled to hold on the 29th October 2019, and I perceived that the state government is calling this meeting to set up the GMOU in collaboration with some SPDC motivated personnel to jeopardize or truncate and disorganize the peace that has already come to OML 25 communities, which are Belema, Ngeje, and Offoin-Ama, respectively. On the 10th of October 2019, the Belema flow station was reopened in collaboration with the host communities, NNPC, SPDC, and Belema Oil. This facility was shut down for over 2 years, peacefully, without destruction or any component of the facilities. The governor, His Excellency Yesom Wike CON, was invited as a governor of the state to be part of the reopening ceremony, but dishonored the invitation to the magnitude of even not sending a representative to honor the invitation, meaning that the governor disassociated himself from being part of the reopening process as a result of maybe malice, hatred, or dislike for reasons best known to him. Today, he is calling for a stakeholders meeting of OML 25 with an ulterior motive to destabilize the good intention of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, NNPC, and Belema Oil. We as community, we vehemently reject and they will never be part of such a meeting. Therefore, urge him to rethink and join the peace agreement that is reached by the legitimate parties for peace sake in OML 25 and Kula community. Thank you and God bless you.
Kalabari, I met a cobem, and I make a brimet, Dembrabo, Broteso Brame, I met a cobem. One not to Madgoye on a fante, come on. What take by Janie? Can I about mete? Mokin go tem muju kobrie me o mete and dembrabo brote sote mi ebu emi bap mangba go imbie in abrala te and owu dogibua brabo peke gbani adogibra brabo digibio bu na jaja na dogibra brabo tomi toma te mi ebu emi bap ma de mate in abrala ni bie okite wani gba dembrabu sime jumo belema te mete wani minji giseme troko mu Christ erebo anokosime odige big beme ane Kalabari TV teme kwa me obu jemi bebo ane prisoners ona ebe pokome ane Damaris Ferdinand o mete